Happy spring, everyone. This is after Easter, and we had a snow event. We don't have snow here where I'm at on this delivery, but the whole point of this new trailer, was I was not going to drive this on any winter roads. I would take my old trailer on it, but I went ahead and had this loaded for this delivery, figuring, it's the end of April, we should be okay. But no, we had the highways were closed, there's a jackknife semi, and the roads are treated, and I had my brand new trailer out on these salty roads. So once this delivery is done, I am going to take it to a pressure wash, and then I'll take the back roads home to my house just to keep the salt off of it. I had learned my lesson on my older trailer. And I am delivering a full cord. This is one of the few times that my trailers go on deliveries. They're always hauling wood up and down the road, but rarely to deliveries, and that's because I just don't deliver cords. I think that's one of the things that I do to maximize profitability, and that is to stay away from bulk. But for restaurants, different story. Also, restaurants are a little bit easier. They usually have a big loading dock area. You can usually get back right up to their woodshed, which in this case is right here. So of course I'm gonna take this on. And a restaurant is kind of like passive income. You can predict their consumption. You can project when that delivery is going to take place, and that is income that is going to be coming in each month. And this weather is not nice. It is cold. It is just foul, overcast, gray skies, windy, and the one thing I've always appreciated, though, is my truck has the hottest heater this side of the Mississippi. It is, what a great heater. Oh, it's such a nice riding truck. It's quiet in that heat, and then I get outside into this and it's freezing. There's flurries in the air and the wind's blowing, but the wood's got to be stacked. And the wind continues to blow. Here's what I've started doing with unloading. I now unload as far as I can reach in with the doors open. I had found that I can pull out like a big stack of wood neatly already in place a lot faster, and it's a lot easier than reaching over the tailgate. And I get into it pretty good, and then I shut the doors, and then I tilt it up. That seems to make things go a lot easier when I'm stacking off the tailgate with this trailer. It is freezing outside. I've lifted all of this wood off, and I'm still wearing my coat. You usually get your heart rate up and work up a sweat to where you can do this in shirt sleeves, but not today, man. It's cold and windy, and I am just going to try and get this done as quickly as I can. So goes the trials and tribulations of a self-employed firewood service. This trailer has been working really good. I use it mostly around the yard through the winter time. That's just to keep it off the highways, keep the road salt off of it, and I'm going to be giving it a good pressure wash anyways. So my task now is I have this up in the air, and I can just load right off the tailgate right into the woodshed. There's something I wanted to talk to you about, something that I have figured out, about being self-employed. And I think I've been very clear from the start, I really don't know what I'm doing. And I just am applying what I have learned over my professional career, and I'm trying to apply it to firewood. I make mistakes, I fix them. I've adjusted my business model. I just approach it with one eye on efficiency and the other on being practical. And I hope that the two of these things bring me profits. So far, so good. But I had a flashback, and I don't mean a flashback like, you know, some of us have from some experimental days back in college, but I had a flashback to when I had a real job. And it made me appreciate what I have now, being self-employed with Ohio Woodburner. If I haven't been to business school, if I haven't been officially educated to teach you guys, you know, some good approaches to running a business, at least I think you can appreciate that I've been there and did it myself. You know, I have felt the uncertainty. I have questioned myself if I know what, you know, if this is what I really need to be doing. I've done all of that. My last video where I raced the axis, there were some comments, and I wanted to talk to you about them because it made me realize about something I appreciate being self-employed that was been under my nose this whole time, and I just didn't notice it. You know, being self-employed has its advantages and disadvantages, and I think some of them are self-evident. But in this case here, what you saw in this video where I was going to race the axis, and you may have seen this in some of my other videos, but I tend to like to have fun, enjoy myself, cut up, and you know, show the lighter side of running a business, of Firewood, and of me. You know, it's just the way I am. I told you my favorite movie of all time was Airplane, and that's pretty much all you need to know about my sense of humor. You know, I mimic Airplane. What a great movie. When I posted that video, there were some comments where I highly annoyed some people because, you know, that I'm not taking everything serious. You know, the video, this is just a big joke. And a couple people unsubscribed, which, you know, my policy is I appreciate everyone. I think that we can all still be friends. Doesn't mean we have to agree on everything, but that's just the way I am. You know, we can have nothing in common, but we can still be friends. So there was a number of people that got annoyed, and to each their own. All right, no hard feelings there. But where am I going with this was I had flashbacks to when I was self-employed, to where the one company I worked for was very regimented. Uniforms, you know, it was all the way down to your belt and your socks, you know, being groomed. And, you know, they were real strict with, you had to learn the culture. They had a cheer that they did before every meeting, you know, that kind of stuff. It didn't allow for a lot of individuality in your life there. You know, everything was prescribed. If you walked into their office, they had everything down to where the paper clips went. It was a very regimented company. Not a lot of room for injecting your own personality. This made me realize when I became self-employed, you know, Ohio Woodburner kind of takes on my personality. We are productive, we are committed to success, but we're going to have fun doing it. I used to work in Memphis for this company, and you know, I worked with everyone, and everyone had business casual on. Everyone looked real professional and presentable. And I went out to the bars one weekend, and I ran into this lady, and she says, "Joe, how you doing?" You know, and I didn't even recognize her. And here she was, a coworker of mine, and she was a beatnik. You know, she had the turtleneck on, she had that funny hat, and she had her sleeves rolled up, and all these tattoos and stuff, and I'd have never known it. And I said, you know, I would have never known that you look this way. And she says, you know, that's because I gotta look the part for the job, you know. And that was what made me realize, I think the biggest thing now that I appreciate of being self-employed is I can be myself. I'm still accountable to the customers. Let's be real here. You know, if I show up in a clown suit doing somersaults, you know, probably they're not going to call me back for a load of firewood. So let's be real here. I enjoy just enjoying myself. I think firewood and a firewood delivery service is a blast. And I'm going to have fun. And I'm going to crack jokes. And I'm going to enjoy myself. And that's just the way I am. And I'm not going to change for anyone. I'm just who I am. The rules for our channel have always been the same. No politics, no cussing, and you can say anything you want about me. I got very high self-esteem. And I've always said too, you know, I don't really get upset when people criticize me. It's because they're usually right. That was what got me thinking. A person commented about me not taking anything serious. And, you know, because of that, they don't want to be associated with the channel anymore. Okay, to each their own. But am I going to change for a person? And the answer is no. I am who I am, and I can't change. I'm in my 50s now, you know. I want everyone to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, but you know, at the end of the day, I am who I am. And on this channel, there is going to be joking and laughing and having fun. And it's not in every video, but it's in some, it's maybe in most. And that's what I really appreciate about being self-employed. That is what made me realize how special I have it with Ohio Wood Burner, is we are doing well. We're executing a game plan, we're providing excellent customer service, but we are also having fun while we're doing it. We are enjoying ourselves. And being self-employed allows me to do that. And that is the one thing that has been under my nose here for a while with running this firewood company, is I can be myself.